Hi, this is Matthew Hote with Realty One Group in Scottsdale, Arizona. When people find out I'm a realtor, typically the first question I'm going to hear is, well, how's the market? And the answer they're probably expecting is, oh, the market is great, fantastic time to buy or sell. Here's my card. The answer they get from me, though, is going to be a little bit different. It'll probably be something like, well, it depends on whether you're a buyer or seller, depends on your price range, it depends what part of town we're talking about. So I'm a very data-driven guy with a degree in economics that I never actually got to use until I became a realtor. So yeah, I'll run comps like a typical realtor will, but the thing is comps are really a look back at what's happened for the last 6 months. I like to dig deeper. I want to know how the market is trending. Are we going up? Are we going down? Are we seeing changes in supply or demand? So in order to do that, I go beyond comps and I use a tool called the Cromford Report. Honestly, this is one of the most fantastic tools I've ever seen, and it's specific to the Arizona Regional MLS that I'm part of. This was created by Michael Orr, who is an Oxford University graduate with a master's degree in mathematics, and it's run locally by Tina Tambour, who is widely regarded as the market expert in Maricopa County. The system gets a direct feed from the Arizona Regional MLS and allows you to manipulate the data in hundreds of different ways to answer pretty much any question you might have about what is happening in our real estate market. As an example, this is one of the hundreds of reports available. This is a snapshot of City of Scottsdale. And from here, I can find out what are the active pending solds that are currently on the market? What are the days on market? What's the average price? What's the average price per square foot? And lots of other questions. And I can also tell what's happening today, last month, last year, 2 years ago. So I can see what the trend is on these. Now, you don't worry about having to go through all these spreadsheets. I'm not going to do that to you. But this is what I use to translate what the market's doing. If spreadsheets aren't your thing, we can do a graphical format with the market dashboards. Now, there's one tool that I think is really cool, and it's called the Cromford Market Index. This is a complex algorithm that measures the balance between supply and demand and comes up with a number. The higher the number, the more it favors sellers, the more it's likely to push prices up. The lower the number, the more it favors buyers, and we'll probably see either flat pricing or maybe even a decline in pricing. Now, what's really interesting about the Cromford Market Index is it is a leading predictor of what we expect prices to be doing in the future. What we have here is a long-term chart from 2002 through the present day. And what we see is the index going up until about 2004, 2005. And then it starts coming down very sharply, almost free-falling into what later became known as the Great Recession. But what's interesting about this is when it went from pushing prices up territory into pushing prices down territory, this led the actual price changes by about 6, 7, 8 months. So while this is going down, prices were still going up. They hadn't peaked until late in the summer of 2006. So this is, in fact, as close as we have to a crystal ball of what's to come 3 to 6 months from now. So when you ask me, how's the real estate market doing? You might get a slightly longer answer than you were expecting, but it will be an accurate answer. This is Matthew Hote with Realty One Group.